Y'all, we're Shoutout at TNN Trap News Network. We back the same. Like, cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. More of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with that tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in and everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news and you can use it. It's that knowledge, though. You ain't finna get in nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with the tap in. You feel me? Get into this good content. Get into this good content, man. Make sure you get into that. If you ain't got into all of that, we got news you can use. We got knowledge. You ain't finna get in nobody's college, big dog. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, hit that good subscribe button. 25,000 subscribers gonna get into this good Chiliana. And make sure y'all try to get into all the new music. Man at the Garden. Please don't touch my It Got a Body on it. Fairy Tales. Won't forget it. Boogeyman. They all out now. And I'm giving y'all more new music coming this weekend, man. So make sure y'all continue to tap in with the tap in because we are going to load y'all up here at TNN Trap News Network. All jokes aside, figure out where this is because we're doing that this summer. We finna go ahead and slide into this good content, man. Helicopter got called on us. Our employee got arrested again. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's a lot going on in LA. We finna go ahead and slide over here, though. Man, they say they got Wack 100's paperwork. Now, this is what I want to say. The thoughts and opinions given in this video are not those of the thoughts and opinions of TNN Trap News Network. We're going to go ahead and show some big love to, where we get this from. We're going to show some big love to Street Certified News. Big love to Street Certified News. We just gave them a subscription. And wow. So he's been saying this for about a year now. It's a part 1, it's a part 2. Okay, so big shout out to Street Certified News. He's been breaking some things down for us. It seems like he's been big on this. Big shout out to bro, man. Show him some love. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe. Make sure y'all shouting this page out. Come on, bro. Don't be weird. Hey, Rich Trapper Mafia, don't be weird. He giving us news we can use, and now you can't get nobody's college. Don't be weird. Go over here and show Street Certified some love, some news. Go show Street Certified News some love. I said go show Street Certified News some love. Y'all get what I mean? Street Certified love some. I said show Street Certified love some news. I meant to say show Street Certified News some love. Don't be weird, bro. Go show bro Constance some love. Go show him some love. We finna jump into this content. Let's get into it. Let's go. Street Certified News.
What's going on? I'm Larry Hoover Jr. and I'm rocking with Street Certified.
Man, first, you guys always support our videos. We greatly appreciate it. This week, man.
Shout out to Street Certified News with a chunky pendant. I see you, bro. Chunky P. I see you, bro. Chunky pendant. I ain't never mad at a ninja getting no chili. That's right, bro. Chunky pieces. That's right. I see you ain't got no old little bitty dirty rope like Wack. You doing your... I see you, bro. Keep winning, bro. I ain't mad at you.
You know what I'm saying? With all this rolling 60 stuff going on and Big U, and there's been a lot of people that have like kind of come out just more than us and have really had negative words for Wack 100 regarding his information and how he shares information and how it could potentially be helping law enforcement. Wack 100 continues to claim that, you know, he's a street guy and he abides by street codes and street rules, but he always seems to find himself embroiled in situations where he's given a little bit too much information to law enforcement, or he's being treated a little bit too lenient by law enforcement. Although we're not really gonna get into the Big U shit, we might get into it a little bit later. We wanted to get into a 2006 gun case where Wack 100 and his brother, both convicted felons, were caught with seemingly an artillery of firearms. So shout out to Active Chuck's Deuce M is down there in Texas, so he'll talk to us about that later. In part 1 of the video, we spoke with gangster documentarian Al Prophet. In part 2, you know, we're really gonna break down this 2006 gun case and how it coincidentally lines up with an older story that we told you guys about Wack 100 getting caught on wiretap with the Stutterbox, Liddell Rawls, Mark Stevens case in the Main Street Mafia Crips. So, hey, man, look, with no further ado, it's all gonna come together, man. Trust me, it's crazy. So, hey, with no further ado, man, it's your boy Michelle Rocco, man, Street Certified News. April 16th, 2005. Safety trooper Darren Chase was on a routine patrol on Interstate 40 in Wheeler County, Texas, when he would pull over a 2005 Cadillac for driving 77 in a 70-mile-per-hour speed zone. The driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, stated that he was a truck driver. and always ran about 5 miles over the limit. He also stated that he was en route to Tulsa, Oklahoma for a funeral. At some point during the traffic stop, the trooper would ask Cash Jones for permission to search his vehicle. After denying the request, K-9 units were called to the scene. During the search, troopers located a black rifle, black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each gun. Following the recovery of the
No, not Officer Cash Jones riding around with the it's a chopper. Hold up. Wait a minute. How you got a 22? How is he not in jail? How is he not in jail?
firearms from the vehicle. Both Cash Jones and his passenger, who would later go on to be identified as his brother, would be arrested, with both men being charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Soon after this arrest, he would be briefly placed on a Fed hold before posting a $10,000 bond. Once out of jail, Wack 100 would travel back to Los Angeles, where he would continue working with Death Row Records and Suge Knight. Only 2 years later, in January 2008, police would name Knight as one of the members of the mob Pyru Street Gang in a crackdown by authorities in the city of Compton. Despite his music industry connections and now managing Ray J and rapper The Game, Wack 100's name would be left out of the crackdown. In that same year, Cash Jones, aka Wack 100, would be caught on Wiretap, informing business partner Mark Stevens that the Main Street Mafia Crip leader Liddell Rawls was under investigation for the kidnapping and beating of Robert Ross, aka
Which is a federal crime. That is aiding and abetting to the that's aiding and abetting to a fleeing fugitive. You have aided and abetted a fleeing fugitive. That is a federal crime. That's also obstruction. Any type of obstruction in a federal crime is also a federal crime. If you obstruct a federal crime being investigated, you are now charged with that same, not that same federal crime, but that level of obstruction is on a federal level. So how the hell is this man not in jail? 2006, nigga, you've been on this paperwork since 2000, so damn near 20 years. Nigga, it's 2025.
A Stutterbox, Liddell Rawls.
Hey, AD, that's your unk. AD, that's your unk. That's your unk. Smack T-Rail, that's your unk. That's your unk.
Who prosecutors said was the leader of the Main Street Mafia Crips gang, would be accused in a criminal complaint filed in February 2011 of directing members to kidnap, beat, and rob the victim, Robert Ross. CS2 Back would play a pivotal role in that case, both helping authorities connect the dots to Dale Dog via the wiretap phone calls and eventually helping Main Street beat their case.
Let's play Stutterbox talking to Wack.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out, though, Box. Help me understand this, because me and you both know that whole case was your thing. What is Mark saying I had to do with the case, bro?
Wack, listen, in the paperwork, it said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
and he
call
won't take
Dog.
your call. I sent it to you. And he said
I talked
he
to
wouldn't
Dog.
take- But he said he didn't talk to you. He wouldn't take your
That's crazy because when me and Wack got into an argument, I said, why you didn't go to Del Dog funeral? Me and Del Dog wasn't cool. Why would I go to Del Dog funeral? Now you saying that you talked to him. So this came out well after. And that's why I said it in the argument, because I was knowledgeable of this information. And I pressed Wack. I said, nigga, that's why you a snitch. Nigga, you ain't go to Del Dog funeral because you a rat. Nigga, you can't go over there. They would have did it to your stupid ass. No, why would I go to Del Dog funeral? We wasn't cool. Now here you are saying that you talk. Come on, bro.
call. But they said he wouldn't talk. Yeah, and Dog said he was cool. He didn't want to talk to you in the paperwork.
But Mark
That's what
tried
you said. You're going off of what
that whole
By any means necessary. You remember that? And he was, why would I talk to Del Dog? Me and Del Dog ain't cool. He was mad as fuck that I brought that up. He was hot. That nigga was hot. Hot.
Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim.
Only 1 month
I was a victim. Wait. Can somebody clip this? Can somebody please clip this? Can I get a designated clipper? Can I get a clipper, no NBA? Can I get a clipper, no haircut? Can I get a clipper in the chat real quick? Can I get a clipper in the chat real quick? No NBA, no fades, no barber. I was a victim? No. Cash McElroy Jones? Cash McElroy Wack 100 Jones a victim? No. Can't be. Barnacles, let's get into this.
After the indictment of the Main Street Mafia Crips.
He's gonna call himself a victim right here. Shh, don't tell nobody, it's a secret.
On March 9th, 2011, Cash Jones, aka Wack 100, would appear in Texas State Court.
It said you tried to call Dog, remember?
I tried to
And he
call
won't take
Dog.
your call. And I sent it to you. And he said
I talked to Dog.
But he said he didn't talk to you. He wouldn't take your call. But he said he wouldn't talk. Yeah, and Dog said he was cool. He didn't want to talk to you in the paperwork.
But Mark
That's what
tried
you said
to-
was going off of. But
That whole Main Street shit, that was your play. I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim.
Only 1 month
A victim. You was a victim. You got touched by a never mind.
after the indictment of the Main Street Mafia Crips. On March 9th, 2011, Cash Jones, aka Wack 100, would appear in Texas State Court to have his charges finally dismissed from that 2006 unlawful possession of a firearm case, where he was caught with multiple firearms and ammunition. The stated reason for the dismissal was not lack of evidence or a violation of Wack 100's rights, as he claims, but based on the paper.
Hold on. What? Run that back one more time. I'm sorry, there was a bitch in my chat. I couldn't hear it. Let me hear it one more time.
Missed from that 2006 unlawful possession of a firearm case. Cash Jones,
That was your play. I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim.
only 1 month after the indictment of the Main Street Mafia Crips. On March 9th, 2011, Cash Jones, aka Wack 100, would appear in Texas State Court to have his charges finally dismissed from that 2006 unlawful possession of a firearm case, where he was caught with multiple firearms and ammunition. The stated reason for the dismissal was not lack of evidence or a violation of Wack 100's rights, as he claims, but based on the paperwork, Wack 100's gun case was dismissed in the interest of justice. So investigating this story.
If a felon is caught with a firearm in the state of Texas and it gets picked up by the feds and their case gets dismissed in the interest of justice, is it safe to say that that person has become a cooperant of the feds, meaning he's a snitch?
Not necessarily. If a case gets dismissed in the interest of justice, it can happen for various reasons that don't involve cooperation with law enforcement. It might be due to lack of evidence, procedural errors, or other legal factors. Being dismissed in this way doesn't automatically mean that the person has become a confidential informant or has cooperated with federal authorities. Each case is unique, and the specifics would determine any potential cooperation with law enforcement.
Is it more likely or unlikely that that person has become an informant?
It's hard to generalize. While some cases that get dismissed might involve cooperation with law enforcement, many do not. Decisions to dismiss a case can be based on various factors, such as lack of evidence or other legal reasons. Without specific information, it's not possible to determine.
So right now we're not saying he is, right now we saying he not. We're gonna let it continue. Let's see.
We tapped in with our brother Deuce M's from Asking Chucks, a very popular California-based media company. They really tapped into the
It's a 50-50 snitch. It's a 50-50 snitch. More snitchy than I would like, but it's a 50-50 snitch. If you would be cool with a nigga who was even a 50-50 snitch, let me know in the chat, because I can't even do a 50-50 snitch. That's too close to 100% snitching.
streets. And, you know, Deuce M's, man, this is somebody who, when it comes to Wack 100, man, he's done extensive research on this guy. He really breaks down, you know, how Wack 100, you know, and why he concocted this whole improper search and seizure thing. So this is my question. So Wack has addressed this before, right? Because we know the story real. We got the paperwork. He can't dispute it. It's a real case. He really got caught with hella guns as a felon in Texas. With other people. And his brother was a felon, right? So it was two felons that got caught. Right.
Right.
So
Wait, two fellas? I forgot about that. 60-40 snitch.
has he ever explained how these charges got dropped? Because you sent me the paperwork and I see what it say, and it says in the interest of justice.
I sent you the video where he claims that it was dismissed for illegal search and seizure, right? Now, within that same paperwork that you got, I got that paperwork from the clerk of Wheeler County, Texas, the deputy clerk, old Debbie McLaughlin, right? And you probably can see that on the email, right?
Right.
To verify where I got it from. And there was a motion to suppress the evidence, which essentially argued fruits of a poisonous tree based upon the argument that this was an illegal search and seizure.
Right, I saw that. And the judge denied that.
Right. Now, Wack, I'm going to send you the thing where Wack, the clerk, old Debbie McLaughlin, right? And you probably can see that on the email, right?
Right.
To verify where I got it from. And there was a motion to suppress the evidence, which essentially argued fruits of a poisonous tree based upon the argument that this was an illegal search and seizure.
Right.
So Wack is trying to tell us that it was an illegal search and seizure, but apparently it was not an illegal search and seizure, and now you want the evidence buried. Interesting.
I saw that. And the judge denied that.
Right. Now, Wack, I'm going to send you the thing where Wack is saying that's how his case got dismissed.
I get pulled over and the search happened in Texas, right? So immediately, that's why they had the Fed hold. They like, well, yeah, you know, he crossed the state lines, but you can't prove.
It's looking 95. It's looking 95.5 right now.
You can't prove none of that. How you know I didn't pick it up in Texas? If she found something.
Wheeler County.
Wheeler County, there you go. Cass Jones, Wheeler County. Them motherfuckers. Hey, bro, shout out to Texas for having audio and video on the front of their squad cars. Because if I'd have been in Cali Beach, I'd have been fucked.
So you over here lying, saying that it was an illegal search and seizure, when all you had to do was say, here go the thing too, and this will make me get tricky about these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Here go the thing about these dudes. The truth is adequate. Why did you lie? Hey man, I had a situation that got dismissed in the interest of justice. Y'all just heard ChatGPT say that it don't make you a snitch. Y'all just heard ChatGPT just said like, hey bro, that don't make you a snitch. That just means that you might have had something going on and blah blah blah. You might have to figure out a situation. I just don't understand why you couldn't stick with the truth. Why go with a lie? The ChatGPT just said it doesn't make you a snitch. Just barnacles, unless you a snitch. Yeah, it's looking like Wack is a rat. It looks like Wack has been ratted since 2006, since having a case in Wheeler, Texas.
They had to take it. Hey, because they have to write the report based on the audio, the video and the audio. Yeah. Like if I'd have been California, it'd have been my word against theirs, but an ex-con word against theirs on how they got it. Them niggas could have said they saw something on the back seat. They could have said all kind of shit. But because they had audio and video, that's what saved it.
Right. So basically, Wack is lying about why this case got dismissed, and we know that because we contacted the clerk in Texas. They sent the paperwork, and it clearly states that his motion to suppress was denied because the judge found that none of his rights got violated. They did the right kind of search, and this is what they found. So then when they had the right probable cause. So he didn't get that evidence suppressed. So then when I see the motion to dismiss and the judge grants it, and I see it's a list of all of these things that it
given life, what's it do?
Could be.
Hold on, let me get my big old face off this camera so y'all go ahead and see. Evidence is insufficient. Defendants was sentenced in another case. Complaining witness has requested dismissal. Case has been refiled. Defendant is unapprehendable. Defendant is deceased. Blah, blah. Come on, bro. If the evidence was insufficient, like ChatGPT just said, it would be on there, but that's not what it say. It's not what it say. If they had another case, all the excuses that ChatGPT just gave that you couldn't be a snitch are not on here. Barnacles. We tried to give you a way out, Rat. We tried to give you a way out.
Right.
And it's a lot of
checked.
You said what?
One of the boxes is checked.
Right, only one of the boxes is checked. But the things that it could be were surprising because it was like lack of evidence. Nope, that's not the.
Where is point and shoot when we need it? Where's Yazzers? Where's Don't Panic? Where all the little pages at?
Problem. illegal search and seizure. Nope, that's not the problem. Like, I think it said something like the person that died or something. It was like a few different reasons why they would drop the case. And none of those things were X'd off except for this thing that they call in the interest of justice. What's your take on what does that mean when a person get a case dismissed? Like, what is in the interest of justice? What does that usually mean?
That was the first time I ever heard it, right? So, in the interest of justice essentially means that the prosecution filed that motion to dismiss the case. So, Wack 100's attorneys and Wack 100 had to convince the prosecution that it would be in the interest of justice that two ex-felons crossing federal state lines, making it traveling interstate commerce, making it a federal case, that sending out that message is that it's cool. It's in the interest of justice that we don't prosecute this dude, which is a far-fetched reach, right?
Especially in Texas. It's people that got 5 years for just weed in Texas.
Don't mess with Texas.
You know what I'm saying? So this is my other question. So like you said, he's trafficking guns across state lines. Him and his brother are already convicted felons. Somehow, some way, they get their charges dropped. Why did this thing never go federal?
Right? The feds have put a fed hold on him off of the top. He admitted to the police in a statement to the trooper, Darren Chase, that they had came from California and he was going to.
So that's cross country with the GUNs. So you admitted to coming from across state lines with Powers, Barnacles.
Pick up his mother for because she can't travel, but the dude once Wack 100 says that he got a bail, his brother didn't get bail. They let him out first. He only had $180, but he had a black card. He says that a white man picked him up, him and his brother, but the bail bond was closed until a couple days later. How did you? And then he said the airport was 50 miles away. He was transferred to Beaumont, a federal facility or some kind of holding facility in Beaumont. He was in jail for not just a night or overnight to the next day. He says 6-7 days later, he was still in jail on a hold, and that the feds came all the way to where he was at to tell him, hey, look, we don't want to pick up the case. Like, why would the feds come talk to you in person?
Right, they just wouldn't pick it up.
Or they would fax over information to the jail or to the district attorney in that city. Now, y'all can pick it up. We can't do it. Why did they have to come speak to you face to face and then you get a bail? You know what I'm saying?
And then they don't pick it up. So this was the interesting thing I'm going to put in there, and it's going to come with the story. Like I said, we working on the story. Within 1 month, so in my research, and this is a little spoiler, man, so, you know what I'm saying? Within the research, that Main Street Mafia case, where Wack 100, we know by now, was caught on the wiretap. The indictment for that case was February 2011. That's when those guys got indicted. Now, the case getting dropped in June, but they got indicted in February 2011. Wack 100 got...
The case was going on before that.
Huh?
But the case, see...
Yeah, the case started in 2008. So, yeah, I know the case started in 2008, and they was investigating it that whole time. Wack was caught on wiretap in 2008, but they actually didn't file the charges to 2011.
Because Starbucks went to jail.
Coincidentally, a month later, Wack 100 gets his Texas gun case dropped.
Almost. Hear that one more time.
1 month. So in my research, and this is a little spoiler, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Within the research, that Main Street Mafia case, where Wack 100, we know by now, was caught on the wiretap. The indictment for that case was February 2011. That's when those guys got indicted. Now, they end up, the case getting dropped in June, but they got indicted in February 2011. Wack 100
guy was going on before that.
Huh?
But the case, see,
yeah, the case started in 08. So yeah, I know the case started in 08, and they was investigating it that whole time.
So it's looking like Wack's been messing around for a long time with these people, boy. Sound like Wack been messing around for a long time with these peoply-weeply, bro. And it's like, man, you was gonna just bring everybody down with you? Like,
Wack was caught on Wiretap in 08, but they actually didn't file the charges to 2011.
Because went to jail.
Coincidentally, a month later, Wack 100 gets his Texas gun case dropped. Almost a month to the day in March of 2011.
So my question is again, he has these things going on since 2000 and however long, blah, blah, blah. We know about him admitting to chasing Future through the airport. It's like, how is this situation not going on? You feel me? Like, you chase Future through the airport, you got all these cases. You saying that, you extorted Oscar De La Hoya, you feel me, you on Power Rule, you didn't put money on ninjas' heads and all that kind of stuff and all that blah, blah, blah. It just doesn't make sense. You feel me? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's not a lawyer good enough in the world unless you snitching. Get out of my chat.
Your calculation.
You can check the dates. I was going to say. You can check the dates. They indicted Bell Dog and Main Street Mafia Crips in February 2011 after a 3-year investigation or 4-year investigation. And a month later, Wack 100 got his gun case dropped in Texas.
It's your boy.
Man, big shout out to Street Certified, man. I just had to give y'all that real quick. Barnacles, y'all know the deal, man. Red dots to the left, Free Avenue Angel. Red dots to the left, y'all know the rest, man. Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We gone.